Alright, real quick before Dwight, apologies on that Houston defense video. I didn't mention Daniel House at all, which was just a misstep on my part. And I also probably should have mentioned that their starting lineup has actually been good. So, the PJ, Daniel House, Clint Capella trio is probably good enough for them to sustain their defense, and they're going to have to figure things out after that. Anyway, Dwight Howard has been really good for the Lakers so far. Now, I want to give myself a little bit of credit, not too much. A little bit. I think I was a little more positive on this move than other people were, because there were a lot of people that were just writing this move off immediately. And I was apprehensive, and it's only been 7 games, so this could definitely turn around. But up to this point, Dwight Howard has been everything you can ask for the Los Angeles Lakers. He is shooting 4 shots a game. He does not care about touches. He's had a couple of post-ups here and there, but I remember one of them was like he had to do it because it was the end of the shot clock. He seems to have gained a lot of self-awareness, and I know that he would say these things the past few off seasons, but it seems like up to this point, he's backing it up. I mean, the screen setting, the defense, the rim protection, the being content with minutes and not being featured in the offense. I think the fact that LeBron and AD are here definitely help because, I mean, it's one thing you hear about. It's the idea of the former star still thinking they're a star. And now that you have 2 actual stars, I feel like it makes it a lot easier for Dwight to just kind of buy in to whatever they need. Because, I mean, you look at him with, like, the Hornets, just going to be tougher for him to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to kind of chill and do what you guys want me to do, right? Whereas here, you've got no choice. Like, LeBron and AD are both shooting 19 times a game. They're both shooting, like, 8 to 9 free throws a game. I mean, you're just not going to get the ball, And it really seems to be working. It's kind of wild to say, and I don't think he'll actually win it. But Dwight should be in the running for 6th man of the year right now. I mean, his type of dude never wins it. Like, Lou Williams already has that award. It's just inevitable until when they give it to him. But Dwight really has been that good. I mean, if we want to go into some more numbers, if we look at his per 100 possessions, he's averaging basically 5 blocks, which, funny enough, is actually the most in his career. Now, it's probably going to go down, but that just shows you where he's at right now. I mean, the last, 5-6 years or whatever. The Wizards season doesn't really count. He played 9 games, but from 2014 with the Rockets all the way to 2018 with the Hornets, he was at like 2 to 2.5 blocks per 100, so this is just a massive jump. And again, it's probably going to taper down a little bit, but that is something nonetheless. And if we look at some lineup numbers, so I specifically want to look at like 3-player lineups with Dwight, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. Those 3 together, as of right now, 7 games, 36 minutes played, are destroying teams. It has those 3, regardless of who the other 2 players are, have a net rating of 46. Granted, it's early season, that's going to be out of whack, but that's a pretty good sign early on, right? And then if we want to look at just 2-player lineups, Dwight and LeBron have a net rating of 27, which, it's easy to be like, well, it's LeBron, every lineup he's in is going to be good. I mean, we've seen times when it's been a little out of whack. I mean, remember the Cleveland year where the Cavs won 50 games and LeBron dragged him to the finals? He was like actually a negative net rating for a bit because it was like the Dwayne Wade, Kyle Korver lineups that were doing something, and LeBron was playing with like Isaiah and stuff. So, I don't know what that all means, but I felt like saying it. If we look at Dwight with AD, it is 35 net rating. Obviously, LeBron is going to play in a lot of those, but even so, they've played together 72 minutes. And the 3 of them together have played 36. So there have been a decent amount of minutes with just Davis and Howard out there with no LeBron, and it's still been going well. And I think that's the most intriguing thing, because we've seen teams where the moment LeBron's off the floor, it's just, what the hell do we do right now? And I think it makes sense for why Dwight and Davis can be so good together. I mean, the rim protection, the size, the rebounding, it's all just so damn good. And I think some interesting things with this is like how Kuzma hasn't really played, and I mean, he's you would think the best offensive option outside of LeBron and AD. So if he's going to be that extra shooter that you can sprinkle into really any of these lineups, then that'll be interesting as well. Now, one thing is, you could argue that Kuzma's at his best at power forward. And if Davis and Howard are playing together, Davis is at the 4. And if LeBron is with them, well, LeBron's technically the point guard, even though he's not defended by point guards, but whatever. So, maybe that means Kuzma's like technically a 2 or a 3. I think he'd be fine there. Are you a little freaked out about his defense compared to like Danny Green? Yeah, but I mean, between LeBron being better defensively, AD and Dwight being a brick wall, and then Danny Green, like I think Kuzma will be okay. And if Bradley's going to continue to be, better, and who the hell else is on this team? I don't know, but I think there's enough good defensive players on this team, especially if LeBron's not going to be a turnstile, to where Kuzma's going to be okay. And to be fair, I think Kuzma is like not a horrible defensive player. He has been at times, but he's gotten better. It's a wild thought, I know. Still a little inconsistent here and there, but I think the fit is going to work, basically, is what I'm getting at with all this. Now, again, is there fear that Dwight falls back into his old stuff? Yeah, potentially. I mean, by game 47 or something, where he's just like, man, I'm getting praised for all this. I'm feeling myself. Let me get a hook shot up. And if that's the case, well, the cool thing is, like, LeBron will tell him to stop. You know what I mean? Like, Anthony Davis won't, but LeBron will be like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Now, I guess one other thing to look at is it possible that the AD-Dwight pairing could get worse offensively, just out of spacing and all that? I mean, yeah, it's definitely a thing that could happen, but with how good Anthony Davis is, and with, I don't know, just Dwight standing at, I don't know, call it 10 feet away from the basket and AD driving or LeBron driving, you're just going to have to help on that guy. I mean, you're not going to just sit there with Dwight. So at that point, it's obviously LeBron is a good enough passer to make any pass. And then with AD, like, yeah, AD's assist numbers are not what they were for the Pelicans, but I don't know. I'm not freaking out about that too much, but against a really smart defensive team like the Clippers, yeah, I could see it. Like, you might have to go to the Davis at center lineup more in that scenario, but I think that's okay. I don't think that's really a disservice to Dwight. I think that's just where we are in the NBA nowadays, and swarming defenders and leaving non-shooters open, and that's cool. That's why you got AD. You can put him at center and he can be Superman. So basically, Dwight has been everything they've wanted him to be so far, and hopefully he keeps it up.